Oh, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Oh, it should be mine. Oh, it should be mine. Won't you be my neighbor? All right, let's see what we got going on today. Today we're going to be trying out the 3/8 drive, deep and shallow, metric icon 6-point sockets. We're going to be trying those out today. 12-piece set, no skips. 3/8 drive, just to give you an idea for the metric set, from 8mm all the way up to 19mm. For the SAE, we're looking at 1/4 inch, going all the way up to 7/8. And since I'm working on a 95 or 97 Ford E250, there's going to be fasteners of both SAE and metric. So we'll just see what kind of trouble we get into today. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. I'm getting ready to get out of here. I still got to swing by Harbor Freight to talk to the management team to see what they think about the new Icon line stuff that's coming out. But before I go, I know a lot of you are going to ask me, Justin, just really how close in comparison are they to Snap-on? I've only got one metric set in Snap-on, and it's at a mid-length, but some of the features on the Snap-on you're going to see that are almost the exact same on the Icons. So let's just take a quick look, and then we're going to get out of here. All right, so here's the full set. I repackaged it just so you can see that it's a full set, but let's go over the sizing down to the etching itself. So there's a 10. Let me grab a 10 from over here. You can see this is the Snap-on mid-length, 8, 9, 10. Let's take this into consideration, do a side-by-side here. So now you can see that there's a little difference here on top. They got the knurling on top as well as on the bottom. The Icon has the knurling on the bottom, but not so much on the top. The stamping is similar in character, however, it's a little bit more embossed on the actual socket itself for Icon. Obviously the part numbers are going to be different, and obviously the lengths are going to be different because this is a mid and this other one is a deep. Something else that I noticed about the Snap-on, the Icon, And not to call out Craftsman here, but I kind of saw something here today with the Craftsman. Let's grab 19. So look at this. See how concave that is? It's like an ice cream bowl. I don't understand the method behind that. But you'll see here with the Icon, it's actually relatively a flush fit. And it actually fits better on the ratchet. The Craftsman, however, wobbles a little bit too much, so I'm not a huge fan of that part. And the snap-on mid is also more flat. So that's the similarities, that's the differences, and that's the difference between a cheap grade, made in China quality, made in Taiwan, and made in USA.
Hey guys, what's up? My name's Chris, Client Graphics here. I'm at GP Customs, and Justin Dow had asked me to get some initial thoughts on what the Icon sockets look and feel like. So don't just take my opinion for it. We're gonna see what other people think about the Icon sockets at Harbor Freight. All right, so give me your honest opinion on some of these Harbor Freight Icon sockets. What you think, first touch feel, and maybe if you've seen a socket like this before.
God, this thing is really high quality. I mean, it feels like a really expensive socket, actually. It doesn't feel like just a cheap socket by any means. Presentation's obviously really nice. I like that it has some texture so you can grab onto it.
So what if I told you that this socket set here, which is a 3/8 inch drive Icon socket set from 8mm to 19mm, would cost you $34.99?
I'd say give me 10.
The deep sockets run you $39.99.
Wow. Wow. That's a fantastic feeling socket for that kind of money.
So what are your initial thoughts of the Icon 3/8 inch drive ratchet?
I think it definitely has a sensitive gear mechanism. It doesn't feel terribly heavy though. I mean, that's a good and a bad thing. It definitely doesn't feel like a Harbor Freight tool by any means, but yeah, I don't know. It'd be something to be willing to test out.
What if I told you that ratchet cost $34.99?
It's cheaper than a Craftsman even. And Craftsman shit now anyways though.
I can't swear on it.
I can't? I can't?
YouTube.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So that's a snap-on comparison.
Yes.
So what?
That honestly is a big thing that people don't know necessarily about sockets is like the inside.
Yeah.
The fluting?
If the sides are rounded or not.
Yep.
You know what I mean? How big they are.
So the only thing that I see different is comparing a snap-on. Obviously, the snap-on is a little bit skinnier.
Snap-on is?
Yeah, snap-on skinnier.
So which one is the snap-on?
This is the snap-on, and then this is the Icon.
Don't you love it when people standing on the side don't know which one is the snap-on and which one is the Icon one?
Yeah, they're very, very similar. I think I paid like $200.
What if I told you that this set here ran $39.99 and this set is going to run you $34.99?
It's pretty crazy.
Comparison versus the Harbor Freight.
So what do you think? I mean, of course you got a fully chrome polished ratchet there going against the Comfort Grip.
Switches feel the exact same.
Now you are going up against a dual pawl 80-tooth gear against a single 90-tooth gear in the Harbor Freight one. What do you think about the back drag or the ratcheting mechanism in there?
They feel almost the exact same.
Do you think because the Harbor Freight one is brand new, it feels a little tighter? Now, your Snap-on one, you've had that in use how long?
Probably for about a year.
For a year?
Yeah.
Have you had it replaced yet or rebuilt?
Nothing.
So I would assume that your Snap-on one is going to feel a little bit looser than the first time you got it because it's worn in. But this ratchet from Harbor Freight has not been used on a single fastener yet.
Yeah, it's really tight. Almost the exact same.
So guys, there you go. Some honest opinion, thoughts, and feedbacks of the look, feel, and the finish of the Harbor Freight Icon sockets. So if you're not already a subscriber to Justin Dow's channel, feel free to go down below there, hit that subscribe button, and if you want to, come on over and check my channel out as well.
All right, guys, well, I'm heading back to the house. We did stop by Harbor Freight. Unfortunately, I was unable to get any of my Harbor Freight crew on camera to share their thoughts and opinions. I understand though, you know, not everyone enjoys being in front of the camera. It would have been nice to get them to tell you in their own words, but they did share with me some highlights. They are excited for the Icon release. Possibly in your stores here at the beginning to middle of next week. My store's a little bit delayed on when they drop the Icon stuff or even new stuff. I know that when the Gen 2 US General 2 boxes came out, our store was about 2 weeks to 3 weeks behind everybody else. So I know you guys are going to see some other YouTubers doing reviews on them. You're going to see them with their tool hauls, and that's because their store is probably already ready or has dropped the Icon products. My store unfortunately has not. But that being said, if you're curious about pricing, there is a list that I posted to Instagram that I got from Client Graphics, and I'll share his link down in the description. Make sure to check him out. He just got doing a major Icon tool haul. He got a lot of real good stuff, to include comfort grip ratchets, sockets. I think he even got the reversible ratchet wrenches. He got a whole bunch of stuff. He's got pricing details. Jump on over to his channel, check him out. Also, if you're curious about how the Harbor Freight credit card is going to work out, I urge and encourage you guys to go over to the Den of Tools, where he shares all that information in a video with you guys, and he will be doing his own discussion topics as far as how he feels about some of the Icon product lineup. Redemption Garage has one of the sickest intros I've ever seen on YouTube as far as mechanic channels are concerned, and he also has been asking different questions than myself. I'll put his channel down in the description as well. All right, guys, I'm heading back to the house. We're gonna do some Q&A. I'm gonna see what you guys asked me on Instagram and Facebook, and we'll be sure to answer most of your questions. What's going on, everyone? Justin again, as always. Thanks for watching my channel. Welcome back. Today we're gonna be doing some Q&A about the Icon sockets. So as you saw in the video, I put these things through hell and back, okay? I put them through as much of a full test as I possibly could. Anywhere between putting them in battery, acid, mixed with water, leaving them on the ground, soaking wet, putting them in mineral spirits, putting them in a baking soda and water compound to neutralize it, cleaning them off with water, dropping them in coolant, putting them in oil, letting them saturate for an hour or two, pulling them back out, cleaning them off, hitting them with brake cleaner, and they just impressed the crap out of me the entire time. These things are absolutely phenomenal. Look, I get it, there's a lot of you guys out there that are like made in USA enthusiasts. Nobody supports USA more than I. I've served this country for 17 or going on 17 years now. I'm still serving. So yes, obviously it would be nice if it's made in USA. Obviously that comes at a cost, but let's not rule out Taiwan. Taiwan has some good quality stuff. Even Jeff, my gear wrench rep, was super impressed. If you guys haven't seen that video, I'll throw a card up here for you guys to check it out. Even he was really impressed with the quality of these ratchet wrenches and sockets. So that being said, let's dive into your questions from Instagram and Facebook, and then hopefully you guys get a better idea of what's going on with the Icon socket lineup. 12-point, 6-point, quarter-inch, 3/8 drives, and half-inch. Are they going to do it? Okay, 6-point, absolutely. To kickstart everything off with, we're going 6-point. If there's enough of a request for 12-point, and my recommendation would be more 3/8 driven and half-inch driven for a 12-point, not so much quarter-inch. I think you can get away with it, especially if they're going down to the sizes they are in a 6-point. I think you can get away with using a 12-point in the 3/8 drive and half-inch, because you're going to run into situations where you need something in a 12-point. Most times you run into that, it's going to be under the gun of an impact. So maybe go for a 12-point and an impact, not so much a chrome. But there are certain situations with intake manifolds and things like that, fasteners you're going to run into on BMWs and other European cars that are going to require a 12-point. So I think that it is in the future, but it requires your vote. So put it down in the comments if you'd like to see 12 points. As of right now, 6-point only during the initial release. Talking about mid-length, you guys were asking if there was mid-length. My recommendation for the mid-length would be in a quarter-inch and 3/8 drive, because you really don't need a mid-length in half-inch drive. I've never seen a situation I couldn't handle without using a half-inch deep or half-inch shallow that made me feel like I needed a mid-length in half-inch. Ergo, I would say if they were going to do mid-length anything, it would be quarter-inch and 3/8 drive. Look, again, your vote counts. You put it down in the comments. They're going to see it, and they're gonna appeal to the masses. So you have to put your vote down there if you'd like to see that. As of right now, it's not on the board It is being discussed, but it has not been created yet. We require your vote for that. Oversized sockets from my diesel techs out there. Yes, they are considering and thinking about doing oversized wrenches and sockets. We'll see, but again, your vote counts. So if you put it down in the comments and they see more comments about wrenches over than sockets or sockets over the wrenches, what would you like to see it in? 6-point, 12-point, etc. Pittsburgh, or I think it's a Matic socket set for axles. They already make a phenomenal product. There's no need to create an Icon product. I know there's a lot of Icon tool enthusiasts out there that absolutely love Icon as well as I do. These tools have been impressing the crap out of me, but it doesn't mean that I necessarily need to buy everything Icon, and I don't think you should either, but hear me out. If there's enough requests for oversized chrome sockets in 1/2-inch drive, then by all means, put it down in the comments. Let us know. Do you want it in 12-point or do you want it in 6-point? I would think most of you in the diesel world would want it in a mixture of both, but probably more so in a 6-point than a 12-point, but there's still always that discussion. You make sure to share it with me. Talking about Icon organizers, we had a question about that. Yes, I did make a recommendation about the organizers, which they have not developed. They had talked about but had not developed yet. I said, look, Snap-on makes some weird organizers, but one thing I do like is they do shallow, mid-length, and deep. What would be nice is instead of adding sizes that don't come into the set in that organizer tray, is if you actually accommodated the sizes that you currently offered in a set in that organizer and don't put in, you know, smaller sizes that you don't already offer in your set. That would be my recommendation. Talking about Icon screwdrivers, which you guys have been asking for, are they gonna do it? Yes, they are. It is in the plans, it's happening. They're gonna be a phenomenal product that will be released later on. Icon pliers. Doyle is already a good strong suit. We all love Doyle. Doyle is an awesome product so far. You guys can watch my little clickbaity video or whatever, but look, I have Doyle pliers here at the house, and I've used them at work, and they just continue to impress and hold up. This is a set of the slip joint regular pliers that you're gonna run into. I also have a set of their needle nose, and I also have a set of their dikes or wire cutters, and they work out phenomenally well. So I don't think it's in the cards as of right now because they're already offering you a really decent pliers set, especially for my electricians out there, and a lot of mechanics actually still enjoy their products as well because it's a phenomenal product, let's face it. That'll pretty much wrap it up for the Q&A. Guys, look, I hope you enjoyed today's content. Thanks as always for watching. Cheers to those of you that have your beers. We'll see you next time. Deuces.